was walking down the street, feeling kindly, when the wind came out your butt to my wig on. Oh, it was a sight to see. My hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt to my wig on. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise! I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands. 'Cause the wind came out your butt, and now somewhere in the land. Oh, the wind came out your butt to my wig on. Baby, you try like shit. You can see the car that you almost hit. I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you sound like shit. She just ran through always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Oh, 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 oh. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Heard the big of tongue. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whip that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you down like a bitch. So I ain't playing. I'm here to get that. Whoop that ass. It's time to push face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a box like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man. A radioactive gift in his hand. His hand was 10 times his normal size. That helped him get his money on time. He knew it was bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen. Thinking her naked with sex-ray vision. Hit a police station in a single bound. Slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was Superman. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my gift hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap. Come get your Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad to teach you, you should ask yourself who taught you to hate being what God made you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. One more again in the building this evening. I am your fam, Kenny Jackson here, and your host at School for Justice. We're going to go ahead and jump into the topic on tonight. We have a North Carolina officer who's charged with unaliving on suspension with no pay for slamming a student, a female student, and it knocked her into a seizure and cost her life. So come on in. You're welcome. Welcome. Enter into that building. Smash that like button as you come into the door. Sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your wine, whatever you may need, and let's jump on the topic. Salute, salute, salute. All right, fam, here we go.
Work WBTV on your side.
Are you losing sleep over your online education? Negative search results, full comparison content, private information can damage your
skipping that ad.
Lots of kids want a unique ride to prom, but some Seaman High School students took hot dog to a whole new level. 13's Melissa Bruner and chief photojournalist Doug Brown catch up with them.
It's a prom story you'll eat up. The dancing, the dresses, the flowers, and the Frankfurter.
Now, let me make sure I got the right content here. Give me just 1 second.
Overwhelmed by your digital footprint? Meet Erase.com, your ultimate solution
Here we go.
Down leads to a CMPD officer losing his role.
I'll make sure you can hear.
Thanks for joining us live at 5. I'm Siobhan Bryant.
And I'm Kim Anderson. Today we learned about the action taken against that officer caught on camera body slamming a Charlotte high schooler.
WBTV's Michael Ward joining us here in studio. So Michael, the new letter is providing a lot of context here.
It really is. It outlines the findings of a CMPD internal investigation, which concluded the officer used excessive force in an attempt to break up a fight. Because the body slam is so troubling, we're going to pause the video before the moment of impact. But this is a new angle showing Officer Hassan Rogers pick up a female student and throw her to the pavement. It happened at West Charlotte High School last October, and the video went viral. The student reportedly lost consciousness and had a seizure. CMPD opened a criminal investigation into the officer's actions, but it's unclear what's come of that. The department did, however, suspend Rogers without pay and remove him as a school resource officer. CMPD.
All right, so we just heard the coverage. We're in North Carolina tonight, and the officers are called out there at the school trying to break up students from a fight. There's a female, I believe 2 females that were arguing or in a physical altercation. And we saw, we can go back just a tad, because I want to always make sure that we see and we cover by cover, play by play, where he picks her up and he slams this girl. All right.
CMPD opened it
here. Just 1 second as everyone
up
back.
a female student and throw her to the pavement. It happened. Goal showing Officer Hassan Rogers pick up a female student and throw her to the pavement. It happened at West Charlotte High School last October, and the video went viral. The student reportedly lost consciousness and had a seizure. CMPD opened a criminal investigation into the officer's actions, but it's unclear what's come of that. The department did, however, suspend Rogers without pay and remove him as a school resource officer. CMPD has not told us how long Rogers was suspended. That letter of the internal investigation's findings says Rogers was trying to break up a fight and also control the crowd of students. During the melee, the student is accused of punching a teacher. All that said, the internal review found Rogers violated procedure when he slammed the student down.
The internal review found that the officers violated procedure when he slammed the female student to the ground. All right. Now, we're going to also look at another coverage here. Give me just 1 second. All right, all right. And here is one more that we can glimpse at. Pretty much, on the same topic and the same content.
Following the now viral video showing that officer reportedly body slammed a high school student Friday afternoon. This happened at West Charlotte High School. There's still lots of questions, even days later. The video now has more than 10,000 views online. In the video, you see an officer appearing to tase a girl, then slam her to the ground. Police say there was a large fight that broke out around dismissal. We also know police are conducting their own investigation. The girl in the video was taken to a hospital, but has since been released.
All right, so on this one right here in particular,
With Base 44,
it states that, give me
simple
1 second. We will skip this ad.
becomes your website.
All right,
You're into
give
your
me
box
just
again.
1 second.
Get out of here.
We're gonna
Have a seat on
go
the-
back.
Officer remains off the
All right,
job.
so in this one right here, right? This says the officer tries to or attempts to, or it appears that he was attempted to tase her. And then he goes to slam the minor. Okay.
This happened at West Charlotte High School, and still lots of questions even days later. The video now has more than 10,000 views online. In the video, you see an officer appearing to tase a girl, then slam her to the ground. Police say there was a large fight that broke out around dismissal. We also know police are conducting their own investigation. The girl.
All right, so then we see chaos steers everywhere because once the officer, and I have seen another full coverage content myself, you may consider it a little bit too graphic. So as far as showing it here, but once he slams the girl to the ground, she pretty much goes unconscious immediately, right? And to the point they wasn't sure, he was shaking her, trying to see if she's alive, if she's breathing, to catch her her virals, to get a pulse and things of that nature. And the crowd goes wild. The children are out of order. There is no order. There's a lot of chaos, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so that officer, again, is on administration leave, suspension without pay. All right. So what I want to tackle in on real quick is excessive force use laws in the state of North Carolina, where this happens at. I always cover each state. And so on this case in particular, we're going to go over what is excessive force and the laws on the use of excessive force, all right, by police officers. Give me just 1 second.
In the video was taken to a hospital, but has since been released.
Okay, so on this note, give me just 1 second. I'm working on some equipment here in the back. Okay, all right, now we're going to go ahead and pull up on the screen here, like I said, to get to the laws. We're going to read. All right, and as we see on our screen, we have in North Carolina, law enforcement may only use the minimum force reasonably necessary to effect an arrest, prevent escape, or defend themselves. Excessive force, including but not limited to unreasonable baton use, taser deployment, or violence against a compliant suspect, is illegal, and officers are required to GS 15A-401 intervene and report such actions by other officers. So in other words, to break it down in layman terms, It's necessary to use excessive force, and we're going to highlight right here, reiterate, to prevent, escape someone from eluding, running from the officer, or the officers needing to defend themselves from one being violent. Okay, we can further go down just a tad and look at keys of aspects of North Carolina. We're in the state of North Carolina tonight. Excessive force law. Legal standards. Officers can use force to prevent, escape, protect themselves, or defend others. But the force must be reasonable under the circumstances. So that's what we just pretty much read off the top, up front. Definition of excessive force is considered excessive when it exceeds what is reasonable or necessary to control a suspect, such as using violence on someone already in custody. All right, mandatory duty to intervene. Then you got reporting requirements, then legal protections, then legal remedies, and the list goes on and on. But I just wanted us to get a good idea and good clarity on it, right? Because what's in writing is what exists. So we're here to learn the laws, to know our rights, to educate, to give the enlightenment and the empowerment so we can legally be protected and know how to do so. So I just wanted to jump in on this topic. And yes, this young lady here, was attacked. It was brutal. It was corrupt. It knocked her unconscious immediately. She went into the act of a seizure. And as a result, he's being charged. So we have to look at that as well. He is being charged, the officer at hand. And just to always, this is my cause, my passion, to give enlightenment. That's what it's here for. Give me just 1 second. I got to clear something off my screen so I can continue to show a little bit more content. All right. Thanks for coming on in. Smash that like button. I appreciate your support, your activity as you enter into the building. Yes, yes, yes. Schools for Justice. We're here to rise above the occasion. All right. Now I'm clearing this up. Still working on some equipment. Just 1 second. And let me see.
Michael Ward, LDBTV.
Go back just a tad. If I can, I think it's right here. I do believe. And still just working on this. All right. Because this is, the action at hand.
CMPD
This
has not
is
told
the
us how
action
long
at
Rogers
hand
was suspended.
that is going on. And I just want to definitely always bring to the full circle and the full front. The sinisterness, the deviousness, these were minors. These were children on school grounds. Officers, again, and I'm always say it, I'm going to reiterate, they have training, one-on-one rookie moves that you learn how to properly detain and arrest an individual. That's step number one. So as a result, it went local. They're on the news and in their county, viral there. And the student was just violently body slammed. That's what we see. Violently body
Is a
slammed.
new angle showing Officer Hassan Rogers pick up a female student and throw her to the pavement. It happened at West Charlotte High School last October, and the video went viral. The student reportedly lost consciousness and had a seizure. CMPD opened a criminal investigation into the officer's actions, but it's unclear what's come of that. The department did, however, suspend Rogers without pay and remove him as a school resource officer. CMPD has not told us how long Rogers was suspended. That letter of the internal investigation's findings says Rogers was trying to break up a fight and also control the crowd of students. During the melee, the student is accused of punching a teacher. All that said, the internal review found Rogers violated procedure when he slammed the student down.
All right. And so, folks, I just, you can go on in and dig for the content. You can Google it. You can research it. You can pull it off YouTube or whatnot or wherever. And so I'm here to be your voice, to the voiceless, to the unheard, to speak truth to power. And it's very important to know our rights, know how to protect them, know how to enlighten, educate, and bring to the full circle. And we're here to grow as a people, rise above the occasion, and learn the laws. And this young girl's life was changed drastically forever. All students, or excuse me, all children, minors, teenagers, do ignorant things, do immature things. They're children. They have to grow. They have to learn. They make mistakes. They're fighting, lose their temper, or whatever the situation was going on at hand. And as a result, the officer's actions has affected this young girl forever. Until next time, I am your host, School for Justice, where we rise above the occasion, live, love, laugh, and conquer police brutality. Thanks for your support. I appreciate all the activity online. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, we will continue to speak truth to power and rise above the corruption. Salute, salute, fam. Thanks for watching.
Do you know her name?